Good afternoon, gamers, comrades, friends, neighbours. It's about 6 days before I'm going to have MPFL Reconstruction surgery. That's a surgery to repair knee ligament damage. Don't recommend it. It's not much fun, so unless you have to do it, don't do it. I have to do it, so I'm going to do it. I thought I'd make a video documenting the whole thing, basically for my own sanity, because last time I've done this before and it really sucked. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to document stuff, not just for posterity but for others as well, so that maybe it'll be of some value, because last time I did this I was very unprepared, and trying to prepare this time looking at YouTubers and blogs and stuff, there isn't actually a whole lot out there. There's not that many people. Evidently this is a fairly uncommon surgery, so not that many people have documented it and have recommendations. There's a couple of good videos that make recommendations and suggest things that you can get. This is my version of that. Here's some things that you can get to help yourself through this process. So these are all things you should get before you have this surgery, things you can sort out, which in my opinion you're really going to need. It's really going to help you out. Do not take this surgery lightly, because that's what I did last time. I thought it'd be a pretty quick recovery, and it wasn't. It was a very slow recovery, and psychologically it becomes quite a big deal. Physically it's obviously quite a big deal. It's easy to get really bored and lonely and kind of miserable, really. So first thing you need, get yourself a massive great big cushion. So for at least the first couple of days, when you get back, you're going to need to put your leg up. It needs to be up high. The recommendation is that the leg be up. You can see that pretty good. There you go. The leg should be up, like above your heart. So I think your knee or your foot should be up above your heart, basically to, restrict the blood flow. Because what happens when you get back is your knee that they've operated on, your knee is going to get so swollen, it's just going to, all the blood's going to go to it, it's going to swell up. So a couple of things to help that. One is to get a great big cushion. I got this online. It was pretty cheap from AliExpress, except it took about 2 months to arrive, but you've just got to factor for that. But it's pretty good, actually. It's a lot better than I thought it would be. I can put a link to it if you want it, but you need to have a couple of months for it to arrive, because everything's very slow coming from China right now. The other thing, which is going to help with the swelling, is get yourself a big long ice pack. Don't get yourself a standard size ice pack. Get a long one that will wrap around your whole knee. I actually don't have mine right now, because again I cheaped out and ordered from China, and it hasn't arrived yet, although I expect it will arrive. Even though I've only got a few days for my surgery, I do think it's going to arrive. It's in the last stages of customs and stuff, so I think it's going to turn up. So make sure you just get a big long one. Check the measurements, make sure it's long and that it fits. That's also going to help you stay cool. It's summer right now, and it is like record temperatures here. I live in southern England, and it's like 35 degrees, which is crazy hot. That's why I'm like half naked right now. It's not just because I'm sexy and I want you to want me and I want you. It's because it's really hot and I'm very warm right now. This is things flying around. Get yourself one of these. This is like a litter picker or a grabber. Like when we were kids, they'd give us this at school during detention, and we'd have to pick up rubbish off the floor. But this is going to be really useful, because you're not going to be able to bend over and pick anything up off the floor. You're not going to be able to bend over and put your socks on, so get yourself one of these. These can be very helpful for reaching things. Books. Get yourself some books. Get yourself lots. You're going to have a lot of time on your hands. Get yourself some stuff to read. This is the Montessori Toddler, which is about parenting. I have a daughter, so I'm going to take this opportunity to read more dad books and various other things as well. But get yourself plenty of reading, because you're going to have so much time you don't know what to do with. To that point, get yourself some video games to play. If you play video games, I borrowed this PS4 from my friend, and a bunch of games that I can play. Nice long games, 30, 40, 50 hour RPGs, stuff that takes a long time. You want some short games as well, just to chop it up and have a bit of light relief. You don't just want to be doing the same thing all the time, but you're going to pump a lot of hours. The first time I did this, okay, I thought, oh, I'm going to be, I'm going to be in bed, I'm going to be disabled for a while, blah, blah, blah. I'll get myself a few games. I got myself three games, and I finished them all in 1 week. That's how much time I had on my hands, So be prepared, get yourself a lot of video games, books, entertainment, movies, TV series, whatever stuff that you happen to like, comic books, whatever you like. Digital is easy because you have it on hand. It's not going to take up a load of space. You're going to be in bed a lot. You don't want everything to take up space. But that's just going to help pass the time. Other things you're going to need. So this is like an adjustable bed rest. It's like a headrest thing, so you can lean up on it. So this helps, rather than just have pillows. Pillows are great, and I have pillows. As you can see, I have pillows there. But this is adjustable, so you can adjust your height for sitting up. And that's going to be pretty cool. I don't know how much these cost. I'm sure you can look it up. My uncle actually gave me this because he was disabled for a while. And he had some pretty handy stuff. So this is going to be very helpful for being in bed. Another thing that's going to be very helpful for being in bed, particularly if you're going to have like a laptop, or you're going to be eating your meals, like for at least a little bit, you're going to be eating your meals in bed. This little table is going to be very handy. There you go. Oh, hang on. Let me get that set up. This is going to be very handy. There you see, it's got a little rim around it, so if you spill anything, it's not just going to go all over you and all over the bed. It's at least going to be contained on there. And I thought it was a pretty attractive, nice finish. I can put a link to that as well, probably, but it was good. This is going to be very helpful for reading, for eating, for using your laptop, because you have a laptop, I have a MacBook, and putting the MacBook Pro on your lap gets really hot. So this is going to be very helpful. Other things I can recommend. So stuff for... yes. Big baggy clothes. I went to Sports Direct, which is like a kind of budget sports shop in the UK, and I got some massive shorts and some massive like jogging trousers. These are like 2-3 sizes too big for me. That's what you want, because if they put you in a brace or anything like that, it's going to take up a lot of space in your trousers. Your regular size trousers or shorts aren't going to cut it. They're just not. And you're going to be swollen, it's going to be uncomfortable, it's going to be difficult to put on and take off. Just expect difficulty in ordinary day-to-day tasks. So get stuff that's 2-3 times too big, or 2-3 sizes too big. Like, just get massive stuff. That's going to be very, very helpful for you. So this is the next thing. You can order these. I got this from my uncle. He happened to have it laying around. So something I found incredibly difficult the first time I had this operation was going to the toilet. Going to the toilet was such a humiliating, undignified experience, because I had my leg in a cast, and even if it wasn't in a cast, you can't bend it a great deal anyway. Here's a fun experiment. Go to the toilet right now, make one of your knees completely straight, lock it out, make it completely straight, then try and sit down on the toilet. Just give it a go. Have fun. It's not going to work. It's very, very difficult. It's very uncomfortable. It makes just the simple act of using the toilet very, very difficult. So anything you can get that's going to help you, this is pretty firm. You kind of adjust it down here, and then this kind of goes into the toilet. And basically what you do is you can hold on to these and just lower yourself onto it. And really what you should do is you should get yourself a stool or something, or a footrest to go here, so that your foot can be slightly up. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of difficult. Just imagine that your leg is straight all the time. It's hard for you to sit and put your leg straight down on the toilet. It's very, very difficult, very uncomfortable. It's a very unnatural way to sit and be comfortable on the toilet. So you might not think about that. I definitely didn't think about it when I had this operation. But the first thing I realised, the main difficulty, other videos I've seen on YouTube, people have talked about how tough they found it to shower. I personally didn't find it that tough to shower. Maybe that's because I was gross and waited a few days and just didn't shower for a few days. So by the time I tried, it was okay because I'd healed up a little bit. But I don't remember it being particularly tough or painful to shower. I do remember it being very, very physically challenging to sit down on the toilet, to get yourself something to help you, something that you can hold on to. Don't assume you can hold on to the stuff around you in the toilet, because you might not. You can break stuff if you try and put all your weight on it. Other stuff that's going to be helpful, so stuff for rehab. So this is a balance board. This is going to be handy later on when you get to like second or third stages of physio, and the idea is that you put it on the ground and it just kind of challenges your balance. You would stand on it and just practice balancing and practice doing squats on it and stuff like that. That's going to be very helpful. That's for later on. Another thing which is also for later on in your physio, when you've regained a little bit of your range of motion, and you can bend your knee enough, is this. This is basically like an exercise bike. It's kind of like a static bike, except without the bike. You don't have to sit on a saddle or anything like that. You don't have to sit on the bicycle seat. You can just sit in any chair or on the end of your bed if that's appropriate, or on your sofa or whatever, and you just kick this along. And it has very, very light resistance. I seem to remember the first time I had this operation, I just did it with no resistance at all, and just the focus was in just moving it around and just getting the leg bending was the main thing, and just going round and round, and then gradually you add resistance on. So this was very handy, just for that exercise. You don't have the thing that makes it handy. I mean, you can always take the effort to go to the gym and all that stuff and use a proper exercise bike, but the difficulty is with your leg being how it is, it's going to be tough for you to climb onto the bike and all that stuff, get into position. That's difficult. With this, you can just do it sitting in any chair. So that's really the main benefit. Stuff for rehab. Another thing for rehab, something straight away you can start using. This is probably the craziest thing, but from the reading I've done, it's actually going to be good. So this is an EMS. So this is basically something. This is like a TENS machine. Any pregnant women watching, or women who have been pregnant, anyone who's had kids should really know what a TENS machine is. This basically is electromuscular stimulation. Essentially what it does is it sends an electric pulse into your muscles. It has various settings on it, various power levels, and essentially what you want to do, it helps to tone the muscle. It helps to work the muscle. It activates the muscle. It actually involuntarily activates the muscle. If you stick these electrodes onto your quad muscle, for example, and crank it up, your quad's just going to start pulsing because there's that electricity is stimulating it and forcing it to do that. And the study that I was reading essentially said that what really helps your rehab is if during your physiotherapy, while you're doing these physiotherapy exercises, which your physiotherapist should give you, you want to have the electricity running into the muscle while you're doing it. So you want that to be pumping away and forcing the muscle to work while you also do the exercises, and that will help the muscle recover and rebuild. Because it'll just stimulate that much. I guess it makes you work a bit harder, and it'll stimulate that much more growth. And regards to that, something I did last time, which was probably a mistake from some points of view, I was quite overweight when I had this operation the first time, and I decided to take it as an opportunity to make a change and go on a crash diet. So not only did I have a major operation, which is a serious change to your life, I also went on a serious low carb, like ketogenic diet, no carbs, no nothing, just like meat, salad. That was pretty much it. And I lost a bunch of weight, but I think it probably contributed to the muscle atrophy that I experienced. You lose a tremendous amount of muscle post-op, and I think I probably made it worse by going on such an intense diet. Not that the diet isn't good; it's a very good diet. I recommend that kind of paleo keto diet to people who need to get their weight under control, which I definitely did. But at the time, it was probably in conflict with what I needed to do, which was take care of my leg. So with that in mind, so there's been a few studies out there which have shown that essential amino acid consumption can significantly help to reduce muscle atrophy post-op, or in any situation where you're, restricted movement, bed-bound, anything like that. You have to take quite a lot of it, and it doesn't taste great. I'm not a big fan of artificial sweeteners, so that tasty sucralose there. Twice a day, 15 grams. It's like 1 scoop twice a day in 500 ml of water. It's all right, can live with it. But it should significantly help to reduce the muscle wastage, which is visible. You will see it. It is ugly. You're going to have a skinny leg, and that's not nice. I don't have skinny legs. I exercise my legs a lot. I do squats and deadlifts and stuff like that, so I don't have skinny legs. But I promise you're going to see the difference between my legs. About a week post-op, my legs are going to look like they're from 2 different people, because that's just what the operation does. The other supplement I got myself, and that's the same one. The other supplement I got myself collagen. And I'm going to take collagen every day. Collagen, again, that's something which has been shown to alleviate joint pain and joint problems. So I'm hoping that's going to help. I've also been taking like a pretty overpriced, good quality multivitamin. The main reason for that is that I'm going to be stuck in this room a lot. This is where I'm going to be recovering, and as a result, I'm not going to be able to, cook or go to the fridge or whatever. I'm going to have a lot less control over my diet. I'm just kind of going to eat whatever I'm given. So I'm also not going to be going outside and enjoying this beautiful hot sun out there. I'm going to be stuck in here. My exposure to sunshine is going to be limited, so I want to make sure that I'm getting vitamin D. Vitamin D3 particularly is very, very important. I want to make sure I'm going to get lots of minerals and stuff as well. So I'm taking a good, expensive multivitamin, which I guess I can put a link in the description as well. So if you want to check that out, you can. I've also been taking a very expensive probiotic, because I've been reading a little bit, and also my wife has been reading about the connections between gut health and recovery, gut health and immune system response and things like that. You definitely don't want to be getting sick or getting an infection while you're recovering. That's really going to hit you hard and hold you back. So I've been taking a probiotic called Simprove, which you take every morning, and actually it's had quite a profound effect. I've noticed that it's kind of changed my toilet habits a little bit, but the main thing I found is that it's actually made me look quite a bit leaner. So within about 5 or 6 days, my wife noticed, like, hey, you're looking good. You're looking really like lean and like slim and strong. I was like, okay, cool. Maybe this is worth the £2 a day I'm spending on it. But I've been taking that. I got like a 12-week course, and I'm on about halfway through that now. So I'm gonna have post-op. I'll have like another roughly 6 weeks ish left to take. So I'm just gonna keep taking that until I run out. I probably won't buy any more just because it's expensive. It works out to about £2 a day, which is, for me, that's pretty expensive. And, I've got stuff to do. I can't be spending all my money on gut bacteria, can I? But that's it. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything else in terms of work. Get yourself a wife who can run your business for you. That's what I've done. She's pretty good. She's only been my wife for about a week, but she's going to run my business for me, which is really good of her. If you've got a kid and you need kids looked after, get yourself a couple of Middle Eastern parents. If you haven't got those, go to the shop and buy some. They're pretty handy for looking after your kids. If you haven't got any of those, friends will usually do the trick if they can. But I'm kind of lucky that I've got friends that can help me with that, so that's good. So hopefully my poor little daughter won't suffer too much for having a daddy who's temporarily disabled. But if anything else occurs to me, I will upload it. I will upload it as an addendum to this video. But hopefully this will be helpful to anyone who's going to undergo the same surgery. So like I said, take it seriously. Try to be prepared that you're going to be very immobile. It can get very lonely. It can get very boring. have lots of stuff ready to do, have a routine. My plan is to have a routine. I'm going to set my alarm. I'm going to get up at the same time as I always get up anyway. But no matter what's going on, I get up at 7 a.m. anyway. So do that. Have stuff scheduled to do. Have some stuff scheduled to do that's fun. Have some stuff scheduled to do which is like work, productive. And have some stuff scheduled which you have to do in order to get better. Taking the supplements, doing the physio, etc., etc. Just try and keep a routine. That's really the best thing that I can recommend. And try and keep in touch with people. Don't just withdraw. Like, reach out. Everyone will be busy, but just reach out to everyone you know in turn and just try and chat to them, because you'll get really bored and lonely on your own. So good luck. I'm going to upload another one probably like day one post-op, when I get home and the opium bloody wears off. Wish me luck.